Good morning everyone. My name is Sucheta and I'm working as a physics teacher in Vedantu for almost like 4.5 to 5 years now, and I'm really happy to be again here in Vedantu. Okay, the topic that I'm going to take today is reflection and refraction of light from 10th class CBSE. So let us just start with the topic. Okay, so what comes in your mind when we talk about reflection, refraction or light? Yeah, first thing that comes in my mind is how am I able to see the things around me? That same question might be in your mind as well, isn't it? And the answer is going to be obvious, that we are able to see things around us because of the sunlight or any light source, like we have tube lights or we have bulbs, CFLs, anything. So we are able to see things around because of the light. Yes, and the main source of light we have in our day-to-day life during the day is sunlight. Yes, so how are we able to see the things because of the sunlight? So what exactly happens when I am able to see any object in front of me? So let's see, I have something like this in my hand. How am I able to view this, or how am I able to see this? Yes, we know that the sun rays are coming to us, sun rays are reaching to us. Now what exactly happens is the sun rays will fall, or sun rays will come from the sun and they'll fall on this object. When they fall on this object, this works as a reflecting surface, and the light rays which are falling on this are going to reflect, and those reflected rays are going to enter in my eyes. That is how I see the object in front of me, right? So when a light ray falls on the object and it bounces back into the same medium and reach my eyes, that is when I am able to see, and I am able to make out that this is some object in front of me, right? And the process of this bouncing back of the light into the same medium after hitting a surface, after hitting a reflecting surface, is called as reflection of light, right? Now there are two types of reflections that are there. So we can see what are these two types of reflections. One of them is called as regular reflection and the other is called as irregular or diffuse reflection, right? So what is the difference between a regular reflection and a diffuse reflection? So you can see two diagrams are here with me. So this is a smoother surface, smooth and a polished surface, in which the reflection that we get is going to be a regular reflection. So in a regular reflection, we really get a clear image of any object which is kept in front of the reflecting surface, right? And irregular reflection or a diffuse reflection happens when the surface is not really a smooth surface, or I could say a rough surface, right? So what exactly is happening? The parallel rays of light are coming towards the reflecting surface, and after they hit the surface, what happens? They are going back parallelly into the same medium. So all the rays are coming together and they are going together parallelly, and all these rays are going to enter your eyes at the same time. So maximum number of rays are entering your eyes. That is why you get a clear image of the object, right? In irregular reflection, what happens is the rays, though they are coming parallel to each other, but they are hitting the surface at various different points. So they are not going to reflect parallelly. They are going to enter in, they are going to go out or reflect in random directions, random angles, right? So only few rays, maybe one or two rays might reach my eyes. So that is the case when I don't really get a clear image of the object, and that is what is called as a diffuse reflection or a irregular reflection, right? So if I have to give you the example of it, yes, if you try to see your image, if you stand in front of a mirror, you really get a clear image of yourself, right? You can see all the details of your face, your clothing, whatever you're wearing. So that is I would say a regular reflection, because you're getting the clear image of the object in front of the mirror. So instead of that, if you take a steel plate or something, or dinner plate, steel plate, which could be a new one or older one, that is okay. You see your image in that as well. But the kind of image that you see in the mirror and the kind of image that you see in the steel plate, they are different, is it not? And how are they different? Their clarity is different, right? The image that you get in the mirror is quite clear image, and the image that you get in that steel plate is a blur image, and that is happening because of the surface. The steel surface or the plate surface is not as smooth as the mirror, so that is why it is a diffuse reflection. Right, now next thing what we are on to is, if we talk about reflection and refraction, what we need to learn is how to draw a ray diagram. So what is a ray diagram? So a ray diagram is going to show the path of light that will be followed by the rays of light rather, right, when it hits the surface, and then how it goes back into the same medium. So this is something which we can draw a ray diagram like. So its component are going to be, firstly you have to draw a reflecting surface, which is a mirror with which has a hatching on it, so that is called as silvering, right? Then there is this incident ray, the ray of light which is traveling towards the mirror is called as incident ray. Then after hitting the surface or point of incidence, this point is called as point of incidence. After hitting this, the ray of light is going to go back into the same medium, and that ray of light, you can see the arrow, it is called as reflected ray. Now there is a perpendicular line drawn which is perpendicular or 90 degrees to the surface or to the reflecting surface, that is called as normal, and you have to draw the normal also perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Now the angle made by the incident ray and the normal, we call that as angle of incidence. Then the angle made by the reflected ray and the normal is called as angle of reflection. So all these are the components of the ray diagram that you have to draw when you are to draw the ray diagram for reflection or refraction. So all these components are very important, right? So thank you.